And we are live. This is the wood where you get what, Miss Raisin?
Would it's so good?
That is correct, ma'am. That is correct. It's Thursday, so John Morgan's here. He actually made it. Did not stand us
Hey,
up tonight.
everybody. Well, it was just
Um,
last week.
now, Raisin says you missed the week before too.
I don't think I missed the week before. I'm pretty sure it was just the last Thursday.
Maybe
Um,
before that. I haven't gone back to look.
I don't even know. I don't keep up with it. But I don't care.
thing is, you guys do go live at like 11 o'clock my time. And now that I'm forced to show up on location for work, I have to follow a 9 to 5 schedule and be up before 9. So a lot of times, 11 o'clock, I'm starting to crash and fall asleep.
Before 9, you poor baby.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I was able to stay home during the quarantine, I could just stay up as long as I wanted. Maybe there's like a Zoom meeting or whatever, but as long as I submitted everything on time, I could pretty much follow my own schedule. And then what was awesome is I could get most of my work done within the first 2 or 3 days of the week. And then a lot of times is like I'd have like a 3-4 day weekend. And I don't get that anymore because now I have to clock in at a certain time. And annoying.
Yeah. Well, here's one thing I wanted to been wanting to talk to you about, John Morgan, because everybody else didn't really seem to care. Is the new season of Stranger Things and how much I think it sucked.
I can kind of like I didn't really think it was that good.
It was bad.
Few episodes getting in. Well,
it was too cluttered, dude. It was too all over the place. The stories would have made sense if they'd have just kept it more simple. They had to have like boom, 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 boom with each story. Like at least take an episode to tell one story, then it has an episode, then bring it all together. You don't have to tell it all at once.
I didn't think it was like that hard to follow. I thought
No,
like
it's not. It's just too much. It's just like, okay, I'm losing interest in this one because this one jumped over here so fast. I think 11, its character is dramatically fucking increased in interest. Decreased in interest. I'm just not interested in the character no more. I don't know. It's just I didn't like it.
There's too many characters now. I think that it's good that they're trying to edit in like season 4, but I don't think they need to be adding more reoccurring characters every season. I think that's one of the things that this show's been doing, and I think they have enough reoccurring characters now. Like last season, they added that one girl, Robin. There's that one dude, Murray, who's like the PI and stuff. Like they added Max, the redhead.
Murray's the only one in the show. He added something to the show, I think.
Yeah, I thought he was
pretty fun. Interesting. His character got more interesting this year.
I think he looks like Two Guns.
Yeah, he does, actually. I think so, too. I think for all in all, though, I would say this. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing ever, but it's not great. It's not good. It's not what I was looking forward to at all.
Well,
kind of lost me. It kind of lost me real quick.
Well, like one thing I noticed with like the previous seasons is that people usually don't like it like in the first half, like when there's like the teen melodrama and they're introducing the characters again, and then they really get into it, and then there's the climax and they really enjoy it. So I think one of the reasons they split it up into 2 parts, which I think is annoying, they keep doing that with shows. The final season, let's split it up into 2 volumes, and they're doing that with movies as well. They did that with like the Harry Potter films and crap, where like they have to have a 2-part for the last movie, but yeah, like, and I think that it started to really pick up the last couple episodes, and then that's when it was really starting to get interesting, and now we got to wait like a few weeks.
I think the last episode was pretty interesting. The last episode, but most of it it just wasn't for me. I mean, I'm gonna watch the next part, the part 2. I'm gonna watch it because I'm a fan, but the one thing I am annoyed by fans of the show this year is how everybody's running that one kid down because he's so skinny.
What, like
the main character boy?
There's Will and Mike and
11's boyfriend.
That I think it's Mike. Mike's the boyfriend. Will's the kid who got trapped in the wall.
Yeah, and they're also picking on the kid who got trapped in the wall, talking about how gay he is. Well, of course he's gay. The character's gay. You can tell the character's gay. I mean, who gives a fuck?
Wait, which one? Like
the one who got trapped in the wall.
Will.
Oh, Will. Yeah, I think they're kind of alluding to that.
Yeah, I think he's got a crush on Mike. But the thing about it is, I don't really give a shit. But it's them making fun of Mike because he's so skinny. Telling me how he looks sick. You know, he's just a skinny kid, and he's a kid too. People need to remember that shit.
In the show or in like real
in
people?
life, they're actually making fun of me.
life.
They're making fun of this guy. This is the real person because he is so skinny, and he is skinny. Don't get me wrong. He is very, very skinny.
What is wrong with people?
Well, I mean, like in real life, that's usually the case, like especially in adolescence. You have kids that are really, really skinny, kids that get really big. You have kids that balloon up and then they shrink, and it's just all over the place. It's one big mess throughout adolescence. Yeah, I was like fully grown my freshman year in high school, and everyone thought I was like a few years older than I was, which was kind of annoying. And being a lot bigger than a lot of other kids, one of the annoying things is that when you're like disagreeing with them and stuff and other adults come by, they think like, why are you disagreeing with younger kids? And a lot of times the kids were older than me because like I skipped a grade, so usually all the kids were a year older than me, but I was bigger than most of the kids, so that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Britney Spears had a wedding, and her ex-husband Jason Alexander, whatever the fuck his name is, crashed it and they had to go get the police out there and everything.
Are you kidding me? That poor woman. I know she's been a flake in the past, but the shit she's been through, leave her the fuck alone. Let her have her damn wedding.
Well, it's fun.
Who cares what this poor woman is doing?
Yeah, it's fun to turn people into
Oh.
Yeah, your mic really fucked up.
What was that?
Was that just me?
I don't know. I heard it.
I heard it too.
No, but yeah, it's fun to turn somebody into like a scapegoat or martyr. So I think a lot of people have done that with Brittany, where it's okay to treat her like complete total horseshit because we've just decided she's kind of like Michael Jackson. People did the same thing.
That's bullshit. Like, I get that not liking like the candy pop, whatever, but like, I don't know, man. That conservatorship stuff was fucked, and she's still going through it over that. And I don't know, man. Like, I can't imagine being told like, you've got to perform and make us all this money, but we're gonna lock you up and sterilize you so you can't have babies. You're not allowed to have relationships. You're not, like, what? How the hell?
Yeah,
nah. She was one of the most like paid attention to human beings for a long time, and that's the shit that was going on.
It's crazy.
And her father is still trying to make her pay for the lawyers that he is using to try and get more money out of her. He's out of it, and her mom too.
Well, a lot of parents do.
I don't even like her music, but this poor woman, I think their music is trash.
Yeah.
Some of the shit can be all right, but like, damn.
Well, a lot of parents, like at a young age, they try to like that beauty queen culture. They go out of their way to try to turn their kid into like a child star and everything.
Well, she
and
was
then
a Disney kid,
for all their work,
right?
Yeah. No, I think Hannah Montana. She might have been Brittany.
No, Brittany was a Disney kid.
Christina Aguilera, Justin Bieber, and Britney were all Mickey Mouse Club kids together. I think.
And one of the kids from the 98 Degrees, also.
Oh, I think so.
Jessica Simpson's husband, wasn't he like a Mickey kid or something? Yeah.
He was one of them. I know there are a couple of them that came out of Barney too. Selena Gomez and the other one that looks somewhat like her.
Oh yeah. I don't pay attention to bitches.
Too far after my time, not really my thing. But like, yeah, there were a bunch of child stars that came out of those kid shows all at once, and were just all over pop music.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people like they'll have this like vitriolic hate towards like child celebrities and stuff where they don't like their music, and it's like, well, who cares? It's like good for them. They hit the lottery. They were born into some level of wealth. It's like whatever. I mean, but I like people that like go after them and wish harm upon them and wish that bad stuff would happen to them because their music is bad. It's like there's
I've never even that is a your generation shit right there, because I don't know, man. Like, is that from the battle between the Backstreet Boys and 98 Degrees? Because I've never even, like, boy band, like, teenage fandom band stuff. Like, there was never, like, parents would roll their eyes at it, but, like, it wasn't like other kids were like,
I don't know. Most guys hated Backstreet. I mean, the New Kids on the Block.
With
That's
me,
because all the girls love them. Like,
Yeah.
I'll admit it. I was a teenage girl once. I had some New Kids posters.
Yeah, I mean, New Kids was
well, my generation, they all hated Justin Bieber. Like when I was in high school, like everyone's like, "Oh God, fuck Justin Bieber" and everything. And I find that like a lot of YouTube celebrities, like people who get big off of YouTube, people are like, "Oh, they're spoiled pieces of shit" and everything. And it's like, okay, even if you don't like their content, it's like whatever. Even if their content sucks, like good for them. They hit the lottery, whatever.
Yeah.
See, I guess I do say shit like I wish people would do something more constructive with their platforms, but it's not mine. And I mean,
Well, you don't have to watch
just
them.
not like the kind of shit that people are putting out.
I
Clearly,
also
there's-
hate that though. In a way, I hate that people feel like just because someone's famous, they have to take on a political stance or this kind of stuff.
I don't think they have to. I just think that, like, I do kind of wish that people would not necessarily a political stance, but just that they would represent something that's worth putting out. But again, that's my opinion. That's not anything
Yeah,
anybody.
I get you. A lot of people feel that way, and I've never really understood
You're
why.
not
You know,
leaving, but you have to leave room for, like, clearly there's an audience for it. Like,
yeah.
if you're going to be
And they're
mad about it, be
entertainers.
mad about why we live in a society that has such a large audience for shit like that. Like, you can't blame somebody else for recognizing that this is a popular fad and riding it to the cash cow.
There's always going to be boy bands and girl bands and there's always going to be that. As long as there's little girls, there's always going to be those kind of bands. Plain and simple. They've been doing it forever. They did it with the Monkees. They did it with New Kids on the Block, Menudo, all those fucking. I mean, it's just the way it is. There's always going to be that around. Justin Bieber, before Justin Bieber, it was Justin Timberlake.
Yep,
You know,
and
he was
all the way on back to the Jackson 5, really. And there was another stuff before then.
There's always hell. Look at the fucking
Osmonds. I mean, this has been going on for a long ass time.
Remember the Partridge Family?
Yep. I loved the intro to the Partridge Family.
But all the Brady Bunch, man, the Brady Bunch boys.
But they didn't. Wait, they did music?
Yeah, they did a fucking album.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What about Honey Boo Boo?
What?
Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo. You know, I see her mom. The mom is on TikTok all the time.
Oh, that fat little girl that did beauty shows?
Yeah, but they're all sweet, though. But her mom's on fucking TikTok all the time. Yeah. She battles people. She goes in there and battles people like I do. Yeah.
Their mother's a clout chaser.
Yeah. Big time.
I like it when South Park made fun of Honey Boo Boo, and then she goes on the talk show and she's like, I thought it was trashy. And it's like, you're on TV. Like, why are you like trying to like cover your mouth and stuff? Like,
she's a little kid though.
No, I'm talking about the mother.
Not the mom.
Yeah, that woman is work. That's I don't even.
The mom the mom used her kids. I mean, plain and simple.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a gun.
Kinda, yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna battle her on fucking TikTok. So yeah, she's on there all the fucking time too. She talks shit to people too. I don't like her.
Maybe I should start TikTok and just like try to mess with her. Might be fun.
Dude,
that's how I get big.
Dude, you'd be surprised at all the celebrities that's on there doing the battle. Howie Mandel does it all the fucking time.
That actually doesn't surprise me. He likes that kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Black's been on there. A lot of them just do it because, I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell people. A lot of people don't realize how big fucking TikTok is.
TikTok-y.
TikTok is big, man. I mean, it's huge, and I'm a fucking star on that goddamn platform.
Hey, Pee-Pee. Hey, Vlad. Everybody go follow Pimp on the TikTok-y.
Yeah, follow me on the TikTok-y. Hell, I thought that one video was one kicking ass. I just noticed that today that I had 2 videos that kind of went semi-viral. I'm like, fuck, I'm ass. And the big thing on TikTok, John, is likes, right? That's one that they really like, you know. And I've got almost 3 million likes, and everybody's tripping over that. Like, damn, that's a lot of likes. That's one of the
What
big
can I
things.
do to get a lot of likes on TikTok?
Dude, I believe you could do it. I mean, something. I mean, you got a lot of the interest.
But like TikTok, you look at like all the video, like when you first log in and stuff, all the videos are just kind of like they're like these 30, 40-second kind of like ADD. Oh, look at this. This is shiny kind of clip.
Well, you have to. What's what it is though? You have it forms to what you click the like button on. That's what it does.
It is like Pandora.
The only videos I've watched are from Shab, who like makes me watch them. So maybe that's why it's recommending us schlock.
Well, I like a lot of different videos because I like to, and now I'm fairly popular on it, right? So a lot of people tag me and shit to react to, and it's making it easier, where I don't have to go search for videos. I'm getting tagged in a shit ton of videos now. Every day I go to my inbox and I'm tagged in like 20, 30, 40 videos. And then I can whip through them and do some content. So that's good. The fans are helping me. It's pretty awesome.
I should make some videos just like making fun of Shabisky.
I'm trying. I repost his videos all the time. Like there's a little repost button that you can click, and I share his stuff because I think Shabisky needs to be more popular. I think Shabisky is a talented guy. I mean, is he me talented? No. I mean, come on. I mean, it's me. But I'm being for real here. But now Shabisky's awesome, and I'm hoping he'll get his audience. He's got 2,000 or 3,000 now. That's a good start. 2,000 or 3,000 people's a good fucking start. That's a lot of people. That's a fairground.
That's a fairground.
Yeah. Now I've got arenas, but yeah.
I heard it wasn't as big arenas as the ladies claim.
Oh, my dick's small. That's what you're talking about.
But a lot of shit on TikTok.
Do I both?
006 said, are you allowed to show that on TikTok?
No, you gotta be. I mean, look, they are, because you understand they still got some of the little TikTok used to be completely focused on children. We all know that, right? I hated TikTok. Like when I went to the last time I went to VidCon, the TikTok kids got on my goddamn nerves. I bitched about them the whole fucking time. They got on my nerves. But TikTok became something else. When the pandemic happened, which they raised the girl said the other day when we were talking about it's like the perfect storm for certain things when the pandemic happened. Like the Tiger King documentary, right? Perfect storm for that. Everybody was stuck in the house, they had nothing to do, so they watched the fucking Tiger King and it became the most popular documentary of all time. And it's really, I mean, it's interesting, but it should be the most popular documentary of all time. But it is. And the same thing with kind of like with TikTok. The adults didn't have nothing to fucking do, so they say, "Hey, let's make videos."
Now all the boomers.
Well, they all jumped on to make Trump hate videos. It became like
Trump hate videos. Yeah, the Trump hate videos. So because Trump was
Trump said he didn't like TikTok, and all the Democrats were like, "I'm making a fucking TikTok."
Man,
but the Trumpers went over there too.
Yeah, I need to find a bunch of spoiled rich kids on TikTok, and I need to make a bunch of videos making fun of spoiled rich kids.
See, that's exactly what I'm avoiding on there, John. This is true. I mean, this is honestly true. I was talking about this last night with Landon. Landon said he was proud of me on this, but I am 100% avoiding drama. I do not, because I'm not trying to be the activist guy that I was painted as on here on YouTube for a long time. I don't want to be that. Never did want to be that. Raising those, and I told her that in private to me, that I never wanted to be what they made me on YouTube when I was real popular.
Oh shit.
Never did. Oh, but that's that alert. We got a cop shot in the town over from me.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and a couple towns over actually. But yeah, he was Dante Marquez Bender, possibly in the Newton County area. Suspect is considered armed and dangerous.
Shit. Hey, Negan. Thank you. And Bunny's here, and 006, and Mickey, and PPK, and Vlad. We have a bunch of people come in.
Hell yeah, that's my
In
people.
there.
But by the way, I want to see some of those old YouTube faces over there. But remember, it is a different platform. So, like I was trying to say earlier before I go on a tangent, they do have some rules that's kind of like ridiculous. Like today, I got so there's people, and there is people from YouTube that come over. By the way, they leave comments and shit. But like one person flagged my video, and they muted it for a second. I immediately appealed it. About 20 minutes later, they unmuted my video, said we're sorry, and I'm also in the process of trying to get verified on there. If I get verified, it's going to be hard. They don't take it, when people flag you, whatever, they don't take it seriously. So I'm trying to get verified.
Wait, so what did they flag it for?
They said it was because I said wiener in the video.
Oh, it's quite the crime.
Because this dude who was sucking on a ring pop that was the size of a dick. And my video says, that is the size of my dad. I said my Mountain Dew, and I held up my Mountain Dew. And then then at the end I said, that was like a wiener.
Why would somebody want to flag that?
I know, it's goofy. It's just silly humor. It's silly humor. That's what I do on there now. It's silly fucking humor. And and most of the shit here lately, everything that gets flagged, I appeal it, and they fucking they undo it because they know I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. But there's people out there that don't like me from YouTube. There's people out there that, because on TikTok, I don't have any kind. My reputation is the silly guy, mainly that likes fluffy dogs. That is my most popular videos about fucking dogs.
Well,
my most popular video has over 3 million views, and it's about me saying, "Do not defloof the fluffy."
Do the voice.
That's what everybody wants. Do the voice. Don't defloof the fluffy. And I was just doing the Pimpmunk voice that I always do, and everybody's calling it the voice.
but when it comes to like haters and stuff like that, like Shab and I, we're dealing with some people when it comes to like our Sunday stream and everything, and we're thinking of probably doing a response video to this particular person, in which they were banned from your live chat, and I don't know, they're a pretty eccentric person.
So I'm over that shit, y'all. I mean, y'all can do it, yo. I'm not condemning you at all.
Well, I have to experience it.
I understand. I'm not condemning anybody for doing it. But Raisin has been around me for quite some time. Red Eye, Landon, they all know. They really know how I feel about this drama shit. I'm done with that shit. I mean, I'm really done with it. If somebody brings something to me, I'm like, leave me alone. I mean, I tell people all the time, I don't care. They talk to you, I don't care. I don't give a fuck if somebody don't like me. I want you to like me, but I don't give a fuck if you don't.
When you think about people that they don't like somebody, so they have this like entitlement where it's okay to go after that person and cause as much harm to that person as they please.
Well, that's ridiculous. It's wrong, and it's been done to me so many fucking times. Look what happened to me, John. They accused me of rape.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I haven't dealt with something to that extent. Like, Chad dealt with people who were accusing him of, like, pedophilia and stuff, but I've dealt with, like, my haters that, like, were accusing me of harassment and everything, and it's like these people have, like, no fucking lives, and it's like, how do they function outside the internet?
But that's the thing. You know that. And here's the thing, John. When people fuck with you, you just gotta remember, look, these are probably motherfuckers that stuck in a goddamn basement, ain't got shit to their fucking name. No, they don't got no money. You're 26 years old, the youngest person ever do your fucking job in your city. You're wealthy. You've got expendable money, or whatever you call it all the time. Fuck them. Why would you waste your time?
You know how much time I spend thinking about people online when I close this laptop?
Yeah. I mean, don't waste your time. Dude, you're like way better. Like, so much better than these fucking people. And look, I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody, but look, people hate me because I do what I do. But hey, I have the balls to do what I want to do in life.
Well, with these
people always say, "Oh, you're not successful," but I am now, and it pisses them off.
Well, like with these people, it's not really like that they like that. I care like what they think. It's almost like I kind of curious, like opening up their mind, like just how these
I
people
felt
think.
that way
Like,
too back in the day, but once you go down that road, John, I'm telling you, brother, it's hard. Once you go down that
rabbit
road,
hole.
it is a fucking rabbit hole. And it's like, okay, when I first started doing YouTube, I did the goofy comedy. It didn't go nowhere. I was an atheist, right? I never told nobody. You know, a lot of people in my family didn't even really know it at the time. But one day I said, fuck it, I'm going to do a video. I did an atheist, and then people started watching it and started doing it. And I said, well, I'll make this about my comedy too. And I mixed it together. But all people cared about was me bashing religion. That's all they cared about. They didn't care about my fucking talent, my comedy, or nothing. They cared about me saying there's no God and making drama with picking on people like G-Man. I don't give a shit about G-Man.
G-Man's a developmentally disabled dude.
And G-Man can kiss my... I mean, I don't care anymore. I have gotten to the point, I guess because I'm old, too. That's another thing. Me and Raisin's old ass always have to throw her.
I liked life better when I thought G-Man wasn't real.
Yeah, he's real, unfortunately. I don't like him. I mean, but I don't care. I mean, he's been doing this shit since 2013. And people who still giving him fucking, you know, people who playing. If you stop talking about him, nobody know who the fuck G-Man was.
I think he's just kind of funny, and I think he's kind of like, I don't know. I think he's kind of adorable. It's like he thinks he actually thinks he's making a good argument. Like, I don't know.
Well, he does think he's making a good. And here's the thing, he believes it.
Yeah, and that's
what's scary. No, that's what's scary about it. But go ahead.
I just think when I see him debating people or whatever, I just like
he don't debate people.
I know, but I think it's funny, and I think people take it serious. I think them trying to have a serious discussion with them is funny. I think what's that?
I'm glad you brought up that word, debate, because I don't mind a good debate. I'll watch a good debate. I have never seen a debate on YouTube. All the debates people have is fucking arguing. That's not a debate.
Yeah,
debate is point counterpoint. That is what a debate is.
Yeah, and I deal with that a lot on and off the internet. I just think most people in general don't know how to argue, and you have disagreements with them, and it's like it's just trying to checkmate the other person into
exactly. Trying to make them look bad, trying to insult them.
Yeah,
that's not a debate. A debate is you make a point, I counterpoint that point, and you know that's what a debate is.
Yeah, I want to make your point look bad, not you.
Yeah, exactly.
If you look bad by extension, that's not my fucking problem.
Yeah, I mean it's
But a lot of people, you disagree with them, and if you use logic and reasoning to argue them in a corner, then you're arrogant and an asshole for doing that. But then you
fucking think.
Well, I don't care what they think, but this is what they do, and this is something you see all throughout the country. So it's like, when we're talking about like teaching people in America how to think more critically and trying to encourage discourse, like we gotta pay attention to this kind of behavior that's very ubiquitous.
Discourse is something that's missing missing, you know. People don't know what discourse is. That's another thing. They don't know. They think discourse is screaming at somebody on the microphone. It's not.
And I think it would probably be good for society if like during a meetup when you have a bunch of people together, if they could discuss politics without yelling and screaming back and forth at one another. And I think like you look at the
constructive. We might actually get something done.
What might get something done?
I said that would be constructive. We might actually get something done.
She said
yelling
crazy.
No, she said if they did it like you said, you know, actually have discourse.
Yeah.
She's agreeing with you, John.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why like you need to criticize how like when you disagree with them and they're like there's a problem in our society when using straight up logic and reasoning disagreeing with somebody makes you an arrogant butt face, but laughing and rolling your eyes and being an entitled brat, like that's something that people don't really seem to pay much attention to.
To be fair, I never thought I'd see the day, but I kind of hit a point where I've officially given up. Not on humanity as a whole, but on certain swaths of generation.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that kids see the insanity and do better.
Well,
because
here's the
people that are infected by this mob mentality, I don't know that there is any bringing them back.
To me, one of the biggest problems with the younger generations, and it gets worse with every generation. I'm not just saying today's generation. It starts with every younger generation. But today's generation, I think the worst thing is they have forgotten the importance of listening, not just being heard.
Yeah.
They have forgotten that we need to listen sometimes, and not. They want their voices to be heard, and that's perfectly fine. But then you got to take a break and give the other voice a chance to be heard. That's discourse. That's we have to listen, and we will never. You cannot solve a problem by beating the problem.
Kazoom actually made a really good video the other day addressing, really short but good, talking about shaming, and I
he did it on TikTok. I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I totally was feeling it, because I'm like, I get like a healthy dose of public shaming when people do something messed up, but when you're talking about a conversation, like just shaming someone for having an opinion that's different than yours, even if it's a stupid opinion, in your opinion, that if you're trying to make your point, just shaming them is good. He's right. It's just going to make them hide it. And I think that's a lot of what goes on is you have the popular opinion that's promoted. People get behind it and they shame everyone who says something different. Like, you don't get a chance to speak it. Like when we were talking about global warming, somebody says that and somebody jumps on and says, that's stupid. Well, that doesn't help someone who doesn't believe in global warming understand what's stupid about it. Like, and it's immediately a shutoff for them. Like, and if somebody,
but then it comes to a point where you're like, motherfucker, come on.
Well, at that point, you got to cut your losses and recognize you're not reaching that one. And move on.
Well, when you talk to a lot of people, it's like in that scenario, people who deny climate change, you ask them questions, you ask them to go into detail about like they don't understand the science at all, and then it's like you ask them to show and not. What's that?
I didn't write somebody in chat. Sorry. Hi, Quicksilver.
Yeah, you ask them to show and not tell, and it's like they have never like read a book on the topic, take a class on the topic, and it's like knowledge is a justified true belief. So it's like, why do you even think that you understand like the environmental science, like the meteorology and all the like research behind it?
I agree with that.
Yeah, and then they get mad when you start like bringing that up, that like you start going into detail about the science, and then like
once they don't understand it, they get mad.
Yeah, you knowing what you're talking about makes you an asshole, but like not knowing what you're talking about and acting like you know what you're talking about. Yeah, and
I think you're right on that. But here's the problem. I'm going to say something to piss off people off. I don't really care, but like when it comes to social issues, so I'm talking about social issues only. I think some of the worst people to talk to, and here I go, and I'm one of them. I'm not one of them. I'm a liberal, but liberals.
Lately, yeah, it's fucking scary.
It is fucking scary. Yes, I agree. As of late, liberals are fucking hard to talk to about
if
something.
You have a different opinion. If you're their best, you're their best friend.
If you have, like me and you could like be like pretty much agree on everything. But if I step off on your opinion just a little bit, boom,
one topic, and you're the enemy.
Yeah, I'm the enemy.
You're the enemy.
Through my experience, I think it's kind of the same both sides. Like, I think I'm liberal, so I tend to have discussions more with the liberals. So I think like I experience it more. But when I do come across people who are to the right, like I think they can do the same thing, where it's just as soon as you deviate from their stance, they start freaking out and getting really combative. And
I find more of the dismissive, condescending eye rolling on the other side. It's still dismissive. It's just a different tact.
But the liberals today, I'm talking about today's liberals, will go after you.
Oh yeah, it's a whole lot of read.
I think that I think that has less to do with like them being liberals and more to do with like being millennial.
No, dude, it's the woke community. The woke community.
No, I have boomers that are like that, baby. It is not just you. I'm not putting that on millennials. Millennials shoulder a lot of things, but that one is generational.
No, the woke community is the worst I've ever seen. This ain't about millennials or Z. This is the woke community. They can be boomers or whatever. It can be any generation.
The ones who drank the legacy media Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not about generations here. It's the woke. It's the woke people.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I feel like some of the
woke
boomers are
community.
even worse because the boomers are used to trusting the news because they remember a time when
Where news
journalism
is pretty logical. Yeah.
I
remember Tom Brokaw. Goddamn it, where he get on 5:30 in the afternoon, tell you the goddamn news, and Russia's here, but now it's like an agenda. It's like, and it used to go back, but now wait, the media's always been kind of fucked up because back in the day they used to say black people, bad, but now it's white men. White men are the most evil fucking thing on the earth.
Yeah, what happened to news just reporting the news? When did it all turn into some late night morning show?
That's where it gets
I don't
more
understand why
views.
it's all.
But here's the thing. Everybody does this for the media. But what they need to do is because we're the ones watching that shit.
I don't watch that shit. There's a lot of people that
don't.
But
you know what I mean? No, you know what I mean.
But I am curious, like, who the fuck is watching it?
A lot of fucking people.
The more people I talk to, the more people are like, nobody watches that shit.
But they're cherry picking lying, hypocritical motherfuckers too, because they'll sit there and say the media. Like I've heard, like I've seen somebody the other day. Oh, the media does this to the people, and there's nothing but protect white men. That's a goddamn lie now. It might have been like that in the past, but the media does not protect white men today.
See, I feel like I can't even speak to what is mainstream in the media anymore because I've been so out of touch with it for over a decade now. Like,
like what I do is I just go on like Google News and see, like I get my information through pretty much all the sources and stuff. So I'm watching clips from CNN, clips from MSNBC, clips from everyone. I'm watching
Associated Press is like some of the,
Yeah. So, and I mean, I have Feedly, so I follow all the major, all the major bloggers and stuff, and I follow all the.
You gotta like really go out there and pick. Don't listen to one thing. Don't just be a Fox News person or a CNN person or an MSNBC. Like John said, read several things about the topic that you're reading about because it makes sure it's legit. Make sure that it's a even wave there. And not, just bullshit.
I'm just mixing it up with the news, but that kind of stuff, I feel like that shit's going to get me. Because I used to watch, I would pay attention to what was going on in our media, but I'd also pay attention to Al Jazeera and RT, not because I'm taking anyone at their word, but because I'd like to know what angle everyone's coming at it from. Because usually I find the truth is the one thing that stays the same in everything. The rest of it is somebody's take on the truth.
I do think one of the good things with the internet is like there is that comment section and there's negatives that come from it, but I do like how like you can scroll down and see what people are saying. If there's false information, people are like, oh, that's bullshit. Like there's this source, you need to look at this, you need to look at this person, and they give you stuff to open up another tab in Google. And like we're doing what we're doing right now, like you can find certain vloggers, certain podcasts, like you can find people that are doing commentary on the news, people who are doing commentary on people doing commentary on the neuse. So I do kind of like that aspect that like you can find so many different people.
Yeah, but here's the thing that blows my mind. No, it does blow my mind. I used to, every time I hear people say this back in the day, like, how I get my news is from drunken peasants. What, really? I mean, I love the drunk. I mean, those are my boys. But what?
Well, I mean, like what
I don't understand that. Why?
That is so weird because that was the one reason why whenever I would try to like peek in and see what was going on, because everybody that we hung out with at the time was talking about it. Everybody's big fans of them. Yeah. I would go in there and so out of touch with internet news. Like I couldn't watch.
They're opinionated entertainers. They're opinionated entertainers. They're not news sources. I mean, they have opinions on the news, but I wouldn't get my source from them. I just wouldn't.
I mean, like
we just cover like maybe one thing if there's something dramatic in the news, like the Will Smith slap would have got covered, like stuff like that. And then the rest of it is all internet garbage. Like I have no idea who they were talking about back before everybody split up. Yeah, every time I checked it out, I'm like,
well, that's what I mean.
I don't know.
That's kind of what was popular. It kind of still is in a way. That's what everybody does now. I mean, you go to a lot of channels, it's Shanny, G-Man. It's like, what?
The only thing I want to say on that subject is sweet, sweet karma. I'm
I
done.
just want to see,
I
especially
don't
some
know
of these
anything
people,
about her.
especially some of these people who I think are absolutely amazing talent, but they're wasting their talent on my fucking G-Man.
They get the views that way.
Well, I'm not talking about G-Man on TikTok.
Maybe I should start doing that more. Just drama streams talking about Channing and Jerry.
But that's what YouTube has become, though. YouTube is a beast in that way now. And YouTube is so fucking weird. I still love a lot of the content on here. Don't get me wrong. But it's
quite the drama Ouroboros.
it is very drama-oriented. And it's and there's a lot of talented people here. And a lot of those talented people are going over to TikTok, by the way, because they know, people have been saying years, we want a viable competitor to TikTok. People have been saying it for years. Well, guess what, baby? It's here.
Agent wants to know if you want to be Shani's new sugar daddy.
I do.
I can't even hang out with you anymore. That's not fun.
I love her.
To me, like all I know of Shani is that she's just some crazy like.
Shani's a piece of shit, but I mean, there's a lot of pieces of shit out there. If we worry about the pieces of shit, we're gonna go crazy.
Now,
I'm not saying don't talk about me. I'm just saying it's not for me anyway. It used to be for me. I used to do it, not as much as a lot of other people. I never was. Even Galen said one time when I said this, he said, "No, you weren't. I never was a drama channel. I never was." But
what do you think about like the content that I discuss?
I like it. I like it. I think you need to get people on there that knows about shit like that.
Oh, I've gotten a lot of feedback about that. People are like criticizing me on my co-hosts and.
Okay, but like the night I was on, the last time I was on, dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. There was like 5 people who messaged me. The show sucked after you left because I was the only one talking to you about that shit. I was the only one who had knowledge about the shit you were talking about.
Well, I'm thinking like I'm
But
probably.
Two Guns was on there. 2 Guns had knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm saying 2 Guns smart motherfucker. And Shabby and them smart, but you talk about shit that they don't know about. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, I wouldn't talk about something. I'm not insulting Shabisky and them.
I would say it's more like like it seems like I like your topics, but you definitely seem to have
shit that they don't know about.
Enthusiastic about your topics.
I'm saying
maybe.
maybe.
Let me make that clear. It wasn't an insult to anybody. It was just saying like if I started talking about something that John had no clue about, even though John thinks he knows everything.
Oh, really?
Like when you guys started talking about Stranger Things, I went quiet.
Yeah, because you didn't know that. You didn't know about it. That's right. Exactly. And I don't blame Shabisky for being quiet if they don't know about it. But it's your co-host, so nobody's talking but you or like 2 Guns or me. Because we have those interests. Even though people may not thinking about me, they don't know that I'm interested in all kinds of. I'm a comedian. I'm interested in every fucking thing. So I know about a lot of the shit you talk about, and I can have a conversation with you about this shit. Now we talk different. You sound more, eloquent than I do because I'm fucking ghetto as hell. But I know what you're talking about most of the time. But they don't, and that's okay. They just don't know. So either find the subjects that they know about or get somebody to know about it.
Well, I'm saying I was thinking of doing more like solo streams where I discuss some of the more like serious topics that Shab and Dirt might not know much about. And
what's up, big guy? I ain't seen you in a while.
There's a lot of people say like I'm like the only one talking, so
yeah,
maybe.
But I mean, there was a few people. I swear I'm not lying. There was people who messaged me like, "Dude, that show got fucking bad as you left."
Rambles, and because I look at the topics sometimes, and I really like the topics, but then I click on the show, and I'm like.
But also, I am a natural entertainer too, right?
Yeah, that was entertaining. You are good with squashing dead spaces of awkwardness.
Yeah.
With entertainment.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I do. So I mean, it's so that might be one reason. And John does know his shit, and Shabisky's very entertaining. You put something out there that Shabisky knows about, he can run with it. I've seen him do it.
Or if you just can't, like, if he's not interested in it, they're not even gonna make jokes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and you got to, and you do have to feed him. You have to feed me. That's the reason I always got certain people to co-host. Like back in the day when I first started, Shayra was one of the best co-hosts I've ever had. I've always said that, maybe that's reason. Oh, because Shayra knew how to feed me.
yeah, you guys did gel well together. To be fair,
She knew how to give me my. She was a good straight man. Ben, criticize him all you want. Ben's one of the best straight men on the internet.
mm.
One of the best straight men on the internet. He really is. He knows how to work with. He knows how to be the straight guy to the funny guy. Look how he did it with TJ. He did it with Billy. He does it with me on tap. He knows how to feed you. He knows how to be the straight guy. He's really good at what he does. He's not trying to tell the jokes. He's not trying to be the jokey guy. He'll tell a joke every night, but he knows his role. And
I don't know. It seems
Y'all
like
each I think.
when Billy replaced TJ and stuff, it seemed like for a while Billy would be making jokes and Ben wouldn't like pick up on the fact that Billy was joking, and he'd be like, "Really, seriously?" And they
no, that's part of it though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're missing the stick.
Yeah, you're missing it. That's part of it, John. He does that with me.
You gotta play stupid and make mistakes when you got the funny guy around.
It's like a few weeks ago when I said I was funnier than
bad.
Chris Rock. He was like, "No, you're not." But he was playing the part. You know, it's yeah. That's. I think you just missed that. That's all. And yeah, and you may be right too. I don't know.
Maybe
But
he's
then-
just naturally good at it because in a different kind of way. Who
Yeah,
knows?
I think because I do work with Ben quite a bit, so I know what I'm talking about here. Ben's good at that. He's
I haven't seen you with him as much as I've seen you with Billy. I know you and Billy are funny together,
Well, me and Billy do work off with each other well.
but most of when I see you with them, I see you on this channel with them, and Billy's here more than Ben is.
Yeah, and so see the thing about it is a lot of people are kind of like, see, Billy is a very, she's like TJ, right? The very what's the person? Upfront, boisterous, bold personality, right? Like me, I'm that way. Like you know, some people said when they meet me in person, I'm intimidating because I'm kind of, you know, I don't know why. Raisin wasn't intimidating.
No, but you know where I'm from, though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think that's one reason that me and Billy click so well because I don't kind of back down at all, right? I'm always there.
I grew up around a lot of big personalities too. I don't think that hurts.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
the
doesn't
thing.
intimidate me. Big dudes and big personalities do not in like a good or bad. Like it doesn't. I just know a lot of big dudes and they're just dudes. Like there's nothing to be fucking intimidated about. I know people who play in bands and stuff. There's nothing.
Well, now
People are just people.
Wilson said he never found TJ all that funny. Well, TJ never claimed to be a comedian either.
Fair.
He's
No,
never
I find
claimed it.
TJ to be kind of funny. I think he's funny with Scotty. Scotty
He can be
can go
fun.
back
He
and
can
forth
be
is funny.
fun, but there's a difference in being funny and then being a funny guy.
Mm.
I mean, there's a difference being funny and being funny. Like, you know, I work at being funny. I don't think TJ works at being funny. He just got a natural personality like that. So, anyways, I've never heard him claim to be a comedian. So, you know, I think he's a funny guy. He's made me laugh. I mean, I've said this a million times. He was also the inspiration of me doing videos on YouTube. So, you know, I mean, I always give him credit for that.
I liked him because, like, when I was in high school and I was like, you know what, I don't think I'm a Christian. I think I'm going to get into atheism. And you look it up, he comes up and he's actually entertaining. He's fun to watch and he addresses all the major points that you need to learn about when you're a kid coming out as an atheist and stuff. But he's not kind of mundane like a lot of the other, like, atheist bloggers.
He's not boring like a lot of them. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Weird statement to me. I decided to get it, the getting into atheism. Like,
Well, he
isn't it
started
more of
studying
getting out of religion than a getting into atheism?
Well, you know, I think what he meant, he was like starting to research atheism more.
Yeah, I was starting to, like, I was in early adolescence.
That's such a weird. It still sits as such a weird idea to me.
Well, I mean, you're going to get to
Atheism?
that. Yeah,
But-
you're gonna get to that point when you're like a kid and you're like, you know what? Like, I think Christianity's kind of stupid. This theism thing's kind of stupid. Like, why are people like into this religion stuff? And you just go online, look it up, and get your feet wet on the topic. I don't.
Were
think
you
that-
raised going to church?
Yeah, to some extent. My parents were kind of like neglectful and stuff, but they were Christian parents.
Most atheists were raised religious. I wasn't raised like super religious by my mom, but my uncle was a hardcore pastor. He fucking nailed it into me a lot.
I just noticed my parents, along with a lot of other people, are very inconsistent. So, like, once again, logic and reasoning is something I find a lot of people kind of fail at. They're constantly contradicting themselves, and then when it comes to religion, it's like once again, obviously, like I think everyone's smart enough to be like, hey, you're being taught this stuff about evolution, and you're being taught that the universe is billions of years old. So, I mean, that stuff's obvious. But then you ask adults about it, like, why does it say this in the Bible, but then I'm taught this in biology class or whatever, and they're like, well, religion's religion, science is science, and
Yeah, Wilson, I understand that statement too, but now I also think because TJ's been on the fucking internet since he's what 17 or some shit like that. Young, he was pretty damn young.
Damn.
Contrarianism, he is a contrarian, but contrarianism is a big thing of the youth too. I mean, when you're young.
yeah.
I was very I was a big contrarian when I was young, and I am still at times now. But I think with age that kind of goes away. I really do. Wouldn't you agree, Razor?
Isn't he our age though?
He's a little bit younger than we are, but he's a late.
Well, I don't
30s.
really see him as being much of a contrarian.
I don't either these days. I don't watch him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched TJ's videos in fucking year and a half, 2 years. I'll be honest with you. And it's nothing against him. I just haven't. I don't watch nobody no more. But I mean, as far as I know, I mean, he don't really seem that much of a contrarian these days. But I don't know. But I think with youth, being a contrarian is very big, and because you're learning, we're all dicks when we're younger. I mean, I was a dick, and it took me a long time to get beyond the dickiness, but now I think I'm there. And I think with me, it's just that I'm sick of it, of the contrarianism and all the bullshit and the goddamn narcissism. That's one thing about the concept.
Yeah, I think I think that's what you. Yeah, I guess because when you're at that age where you're just starting to know some stuff and you think you know some shit and you start getting all big in the britches because you think you figured some shit out, only for life to kick you in the dick like 50 times after that, and you're like, well, I don't know shit about shit. Like the more I learn, the less I feel like I fucking know.
And then when you're young, and like in TJ's position, he was young when he started this shit, and he started having a bunch of people patting him on his back saying, "You're right, you're right, you're right." So his ego grew, and he was young. He didn't know how to handle the ego and the narcissism. And look, and you've heard me say this a million times. Anybody who turns on a fucking webcam and goes on the internet's a little bit narcissistic. We are. We're all narcissists. I mean, content creators are all.
Narcissist.
Yes, I am. I'm narcissist to a point. I really am.
I think you have a point.
I think everyone has an ego to an extent, so everyone likes to feed their ego to some extent. But when it comes to like clinical narcissism and stuff, I don't know. I don't think TJ is like a clinical.
No, Billy's borderline.
Is that a thing now? Borderline narcissism?
I think that's what you see with a lot of Karens and Kevins. They're just kind of like
borderline
narcissists.
diabetes. Like you got it, you're just not ready to admit it yet. Shit.
You're crazy, John Morgan.
That's why we like them, though, right?
I think I got the opposite of being crazy. I'm too sad.
I got a $70 go tonight. Who's going to have me make it? I know the Gage did tip. I didn't see that earlier. Gage gave $5.
I thought Negan didn't.
Negan did give $15, but it went to the fucking debit card on there, I think, and that doesn't help me right now. But yes, he did. Thank you. Now give it to Cash App, you son of a bitch.
Coconuts was in there earlier. Pink eye.
Yeah. Pink Eye ain't gave in a long time. I think it's time for that son of a bitch to get too. Yeah, god damn it.
No, I did tip $50. Like
I know you didn't. I meant you tipped it as I was cutting the show. I meant to thank you about that, but I forgot. It was a couple days ago. That shit got speed quick, and I didn't know you did it. So and it went straight to PayPal, right? And that PayPal loan shit took. So I only got like 30 of it.
Oof.
Mother Coconut, she was talking about Gates, who was Pink Eye. He changed his name to Pink Eye.
Good point, Wilson, because I'm definitely in Club Dickhead with you.
Mother
Coconut Cage, Mother.
Yeah.
I forgot what he was before he was Mother. Was he? There's something else before Mother Coconut.
No, he was Mother Coconut first, wasn't he? Then he changed his name to Sister or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I just call him Mother Coconut every time I see him.
But I'm gonna make an account called Black Eye. So we have Red Eye and Pink Eye. I need to make a Black Eye account.
Well, there you go. Well, that's why he named himself Pink Eye, because he was copying right now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna do it anymore because I need to be contrarian.
We had a contrarian before. No one can beat that one. A ginger contrarian.
Ginger contrarian.
Before your time.
What does them being ginger have to do with like being contrarian?
They're better at it. They're sassy and fiery and sexy.
Damn. There's some kind of bigotry, some kind of ist in there, or like hairist or whatever.
I prefer redheads.
By the
I
way,
had a couple redheads. What's
this
that?
has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I did a video, or I haven't uploaded it yet, but it's I did a taste test of the Flaming Hot Mountain Dew.
Ew. Was it?
Yes, it's ass.
Oh.
It is pure ass.
Wait, what is?
The Flaming Hot Mountain Dew.
Blech.
Well, I don't drink Mountain Dew at all. It's got
Well,
too much-
I did it just because it's a thing that people are doing. It's
They're
not
like
good.
flaming hot everything now.
Everything.
Wasabi Oreos. I've seen those.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I really like wasabi peas.
I like wasabi peas, but wasabi Oreos?
Yeah, that sounds yucky.
I haven't drank the Starlight Coke yet, Gage. I haven't tried that. But I have tried the Dr. Pepper, what was it called? Dark berry or dark something.
You said that shit was good.
That shit was fucking good. That shit tasted.
Does it still taste like root beer too, or is it just?
Well, Dr. Pepper don't taste like root beer.
It tastes like something nasty, like medicine. It smells like medicine.
You're just an idiot.
I don't know. Like, I'll drink Dr. Pepper. Like, I'm not like completely averse to it, but I'd rather drink a lot of other like sodas.
Ooh, what's hot and cold nerds? Are there spicy ones? Minty ones?
Like, with like cookies and everything, because we're talking about Oreos, it's like there's so many calories. Like, I was going to a friend's place, and it's like 6 Oreos. It's like several hundred calories. Like, and they don't really fill you up at all.
Make
They
your
need to-
then they're worth it.
Oreos fucking awesome.
They need to make diet Oreos or whatever. Yeah, but you could have like a large sandwich or whatever that's like the
They
same amount
do.
of calories.
Oreo Thins.
Oh, I gotta look that up. Well, that's not really diet. You don't get that much cream.
The double stuff Oreos.
When are they gonna make like 0-calorie like Oreos and chocolate?
Blech. Why would you want
Wait.
that? They should deep fry them more often. Those are good.
Damn.
It's all melty and delicious.
You're melty and delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
You're quite melty and delicious yourself.
I am. I'm melty. I don't know what the fuck we're doing right now. John, are you melty and delicious?
Apparently, I'm a minty nerd.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what August said. He says you're a minty nerd.
Did he say John or did he just say you're?
Well, when people say nerd, I just usually assume they're talking to me.
I think he was talking to Ray.
Oh.
Maybe. Who is a minty nerd, August?
Popcorn and cotton candy. That's gross to me.
Do what now?
Bunny's talking about some cotton candy popcorn mix.
Oh,
Sounds like a. Have you ever had a Luther?
I've heard of a bar, a Luther bar. Is that
Well,
what
no. It's like a cheeseburger, but it's like these glazed donut buns.
What?
Yeah, I've never had it, but apparently it's one of those combos
yeah,
that
this
think
is popular.
Yeah, apparently it tastes good, but I'll
Nope.
know until I try.
Nope.
I do like pineapple on pizza, so a lot of people refuse to do so.
The Hawaiian white pizza. I don't know about red sauce with pineapples, but I like a white Hawaiian.
I don't hate it. I don't think I've ever ordered one, but I'll eat it when other people order it.
If it's what's there, I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah.
I usually pick the pineapples off and eat them first and then eat
It don't bother me. It don't bother me at all. Y'all Americans have some weird ideas.
Because America's the best. We're the most like inventive and creative nation on the planet.
If by inventive and creative you mean disgusting, then yes.
Well, the
Mom,
entire, like,
you know what my mama got mad about? Is these fucking new Reese's cups with potatoes. She's like, that's just stupid.
What's stupid?
The Reese's peanut butter cups with potato chips in it.
Oh, I actually
Ew.
like one of those accidentally. Like I thought I was just buying some plain old
Was it
Reese's
good?
peanut butter cups. Yeah, that was gross. I bit into it, and maybe it's like that kind of effect where you're not expecting like what you're biting into, and then it's like, ew, what's wrong with this? And I looked at the package, and it's like, oh, potato chips. It's like, yeah.
I don't know if
Why?
it bothered. I don't know if it bothered me or not.
Just why?
Because we're America. We're creative. We're inventive.
Yeah, I remember a couple
experiment.
years ago when Pizza Hut was going to try the stuffed crust with the hot dog wingers, but everybody like freaked out, so they didn't do it.
I like the stuffed crust with like bacon and cheese.
Yeah, but they were putting hot dogs in the crust, and
Yeah.
people freaked out like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "I want to try one of those motherfuckers."
I don't like hot dogs in general.
Hot
You know
dogs.
that hot dogs are the foods that you're most likely to choke on. Hot dogs than any other food.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I guess it's like the perfect shape.
Is it because of hot dog eating contests? Because everybody's shoving them in their mall hole?
Yeah, maybe, but apparently that is the food that like more people die choking on than any other food.
You probably die with a mouthful of hot dogs at a fair.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But see, when America started its little like capitalistic charade with all these like grotesque foods and supersize me's and stuff, it's like then the rest of the world follow, and that's why obesity is increasing globally. The rest of the world just wants to be like America. That's why they're getting all obese.
I think Gage is lying to me.
Gage is a liar. Gage is a lying sack of monkey turds.
He's a lion.
I'm a lion. I don't know why I just
Rawr.
I'm a lion. Hear me roar. All right, well, fuck.
Whoa.
I guess we're out of shit.
Out of topics of discussion or discourse.
Yeah, I'm feeling like it may be time to cut the cord tonight. And nobody's tipping. Somebody tip or go on. Nobody's tipping. Nobody likes me. Nobody wants me to feed my mom. Fuck y'all, man. I'm serious.
You don't want to talk more about America's like weird fascination?
I will if I make my $70 go.
Bunny, you need a tip so we can talk about this more.
I need the $70 right now.
Right now.
Right now.
I was talking about like those hot dog eating contests that reminded me of like 1,000 Ways to Die. There's this one where this woman has this fetish where she like being puked on, and then she went to a hot dog eating contest that this guy puked on her, and she was like, she ended up drowning in all the puke. So only in America does that happen.
Well, that's good, huh?
Yeah. It's her fault for being weird and having weird kinks.
It is a great weekend.
Yeah, weird kinks kill.
Hey,
I may shit my britches.
what now?
I may shit myself.
Oh, are we playing Shit, Shot, or Fart?
No, we're just gonna play. John's got to suck up his fucking shit in his ass stomach.
I would suck up my what?
And suck up my food.
Yeah. It's gross. It's unsanitary.
You're unsanitary, you son of a bitch. I'm weird.
Notice. Seems like the left side of my face kind of like drooping, disproportionate.
You have become weird. Fuck.
I'm always noticing these asynchronalities or whatever, however you say it.
Asymmetrical.
Yeah. Well, I'm noticing those now that I'm like streaming more and stuff. It's like I noticed that my left arm is smaller than my right arm. And now I can't stop seeing it when I look in the mirror.
You're right-handed though, right?
Yeah, I'm right-handed.
So just keep a little weight and work your left arm more.
Yeah. But I've been doing that, and I don't really
Stop masturbating.
see the difference.
You got to give it the stranger.
Yeah. You gotta do the switch your hands, John, when you masturbate.
I don't know if I have Bell. Might be it. I got into a car accident, so I do think I got a scar on the right side of my face. So I think that's it. The sensation on the right side of my face is kind of poor.
Oh.
So maybe I do have Bell palsy. That's the.
Oh my God, John!
But
Quit being a goddamn avocado.
But see, whenever I smile, it's subconsciously I automatically smile on the right side, but then left side I kind of have to I gotta force it.
That's your contempt.
Yeah.
You're crazy, boy.
You're a lefty 006?
He's like something.
Can't trust those lefties.
All right, guys, we're going to end this now. Thank y'all for watching. We may or may not do a show tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. If we do, Resin won't be here anyway. But yeah.
I'll be away at the camping.
But I may not do one either. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you so very much. John, thanks for coming on as always. Resin.
Thank you.
Bye.